So that's our color done. Actually, I'm going to edit this color. I don't think it's quite red enough. So let me just tweak it a little bit, make it a little bit deeper. So there we go, just slightly deeper. It was a little bit too pastel or muted before. So now we're going to do the inside color. This is going to be kind of a yellow or hotter part. And I'm going to just create some shapes on the inside where I think the flame is going to be the hottest. So where it has the most mass and the most heat. So let's create a new layer for that one. I'm going to do rough outline. So actually, the outline I'm going to call rough inner. So enter there. Now I'm going to make sure that we do our draw, and I'm going to grab our black pen again, and I'm going to lower the radius to about half of what it was. So 60 was too big. So now I want to decide where it's going to be hot. So let's just draw some shapes here. So something like that. It doesn't need to be perfect. And remember, I'm going to in between these shapes too. So this part here, and let's just do something like that. This kind of bit has a hot section in the middle, hot section, and then a tiny hot section there. Maybe this one's got the little bit in the middle as well. Those little bits, they'll be cooler than the main bits. Okay, so now we want to, actually let's turn off our outer layer for now. And looking where this is, the skinnier line, I'm going to just kind of give it a shape that's moving, but not too different. So this is the frame before. Where is it going? This bit's going to be the hot bit, and then this tiny bit is going to disappear. So something like that. Please be neater than than I'm being. I'm doing a lot of overshoots like this one here, which I'll have to fix. So the way I'm going to fix that, I'm just going to delete it and then try and draw it again. There we go. Now I've noticed it's very circular, which isn't actually how fire really works, but you know, it's cartoon fire, so it's going to do whatever I want it to do. So I'm going to say a bit has broken off here, but when we're going to the next frame, it's kind of spreading, and there we go, something like that. And we can jump forwards and backwards. We don't have to do the whole frame. We can do sections of this flame and then keep going. So frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. Okay, so time for a little bit of fast forward action now. You kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm just going to be doing the same thing, trying to flip back and forwards and draw these hot parts and where they're moving. So here I go, drawing super duper fast. And this is the part of the animation that I really, really love, just getting into the flow of it and creating these shapes off the top of my head, really thinking about where they're coming from and what shape they're changing to, so where they're going to on the next frame. And when you're a beginner, don't worry about making all the mistakes. You're going to make lots and lots of mistakes, and it's probably not going to look that great, but it's all about having fun. So if you have had fun while you're doing this, then you are doing it correctly. Now, to criticize myself, I think I've drawn all these kind of hottest parts too much in the center, and I'm copying the contours of the main shape a little bit too much. So if I was to have my time again, I'd do that a little bit differently, but I had fun while I was doing it. So mission accomplished. Back to normal speed. All right, let's color this inside bit. So I'm going to do what I did before. Let's create a new color, or a new layer, and then a new color. So this is going to be called inner. The inner I want to be on top of the outer so we can see it. And let's just hide everything we don't need. So let's hide our outline of our the big outline. And let's choose a color. So outer, let's make this one the inner. And we're going to turn off the stroke, turn on the fill. And what color do we want? We want this one to be more of a yellowy, orangey color, so maybe something like that, maybe a little bit brighter. Whoops, I didn't mean to click then. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Let's fill it in. Fill, fill, fill. Now, you've seen me do this before, so how about I speed up and do a little bit of background music for you. Looks like grease pencil, but it's a flame. So bright it can burn your eyes. Better look the other way. Grease pencils on fire. Fire, fire. Grease pencils on fire. Fire. Grease pencils on fire. Fire, fire. Grease pencils on fire. Fire. Literally. Alright, so that's all our colour done. Let's turn everything back on and have a look at how it's going. So actually that whole time I've had the lattice on. I didn't need to have that on. Let's play this, see what it looks like. So it looks okay. I can see this yellow bit here is leaning backwards and forwards. If I wasn't doing the tutorial, I'd spend a little bit more time tweaking that so it wasn't so repetitive and obvious. But that's okay for the sake of this tutorial. But hopefully you guys do a better job than me. Okay, I don't like this red color. I'm going to just slightly tweak that. So let me go to that material, and I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. Just drag the value up and then just add a tiny little bit more orange to it. Yeah, that's looking a little bit more cartoony. Okay, that's my main fire done.